it is you guys have an energy. How do y'all keep the energy up? Is it a secret or is it something proprietary?
Ron always says I need to bottle it up and sell it.
That's right. That's awesome energy. They call it the Energizer Bunny.
They do.
All right. This thing takes a minute. Huh?
Just keep going and going.
You guys should bottle it up. Rounduppers, greetings. We are back. The Wolff couple.
Greetings.
Hey. Hello.
The Wolff couple is back.
That's right.
Oh. You gotta howl. Chris, you gotta howl.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How's the weather out there? I forgot that. Did I ask you? It's like 35 degrees.
It's actually like 80 degrees and sunny. Well, no, 70.
It was actually cold this morning. There was frost on the lounge
in the
chairs.
morning.
Yeah.
Really?
But warms up fast when the sun comes out.
That's right. We live in the desert, Arizona.
We grew up in the coldest state, Minnesota, so we wanted to move to the warmest state. Now here we are.
That's
you
right.
You don't have that Minnesota that they say out there. Y'all lose it?
Sure, you betcha. We have a little bit of that. We say
we can do it sometimes.
Pop instead of soda.
That's right. Here we are actually at one of our houses, guys. This is a house that we are going to be using for our 1 hour open house coming up soon. And if you're coming to our Leads to Deeds, we have an event coming up in about 2 weeks that you may have heard about. And that's our intense Pretty House Boot Camp. And we actually will bring you to this house and we'll go through and you'll help us stage this house. You'll see how exactly we sell this house. And this house will be up for a 1 hour open house from 2 to 3 on Saturday, February 29th.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be a haven of crazy activity with dozens of people in here, and we're going to get their applications, and we're going to sell this house on that day. Guys, we don't mess around. You know what? My partner is not very patient.
No.
She's also my patient. She's not very partner. But she's not very patient. And so I knew we had to design a system to just sell the houses fast.
I did not like when I had a vacant house that I had to make a house payment on.
That's right.
That would freak me out.
So we devised a system with our 1 hour open house to just get all the buyers at once. Guys, if you're going to have to, now our key for a lease purchase buyer is that they have $10,000 or more that they're giving to you. So this $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 that they have, you're trying to find that one person who has that most money in the shortest period of time. Now, if you just drag it out, if you just throw it on Zillow, that house will sit for a while and you'll get some calls, maybe get some interest, and maybe it'll sell after you see 20 people, but it takes you 2 months to see the 20 people. We say just see all the 20 people on one day and find your winner on one day. So do a 1 hour open house. That's what we love to do. In fact, Lynette has a picture here of some folks at one of our last 1 hour open houses.
This was about 5 minutes to 2 o'clock because the open house is from 2 to 3. And here they are standing. Can you see that?
Can you see that, guys? That is like a whole bunch of people all lined up. There was actually 41 people out standing in the hot sun waiting to come in. Okay. And we actually on that one open house, that was like the biggest open house we ever had.
That was probably too big.
So it was a little nuts, and we actually had 81 different entities fill out forms for us. So that was a lot in 1 hour. And what we want for you guys is just to get 10 people there. That would be a good goal, and your goal is to have between 2 and 10 prospects all sitting within sight of each other around the kitchen area, dining room area, all filling out applications. And, no, every one of them is not going to have 10 or 15 or 20,000. That one over there, though, might only have 2, but the person over here with 20 doesn't know that person only has 2. So it builds the urgency, builds a sense of urgency, and people really get excited, and buyers buy on emotion.
That's right.
And so if they're very emotional and they've got their paycheck, their checkbook there, it's amazing what can happen in one of our 1 hour open houses. And you'll see it live if you come for our Leads to Deeds.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? And what we do, like Brian said, we create urgency. There's 10 top 10 tips on creating urgency at this 1 hour open house. And what we do is we create something called FOMO. What does FOMO stand for? FOMO.
Fear
Fear of
of
missing
missing
out.
out. That's right. Fear of missing out.
And I'll tell you, when you've got even just guys, you really only need 2 customers to get that competition, and then they're afraid they're going to lose out to the other person. So, but when you really get this thing geared up, and the main marketing methods we use is signage, and we'll teach you how to put the signs out, where to put them out, how to put them out, what to put on them, and also we do a lot with social media.
That's right.
So-
We actually have 9 free social medias that we engage during this 1 hour open house. And once again, the word is free. There's 9 free social medias, and most people only know about like Nextdoor. Or a lot of people
don't even know about Nextdoor.
I didn't know until you showed me.
Oh, yeah. And also, well, maybe people
We
know.
got 5 people at our last open house from Nextdoor.
Yeah, just
So,
from Nextdoor alone.
yeah.
So there's actually 9 free social medias that we use to get people to this 1 hour open house.
Yes.
And that's just one of our techniques is social media.
And this is we thought we'd wear what we wear at our open house. We want to look professional. Guys, that's my big buzzword is a lot of you, this is new to you and you're new at this business and you don't want to look unprofessional because you've lived your whole life as a professional in some other field. So we want to make you an instant professional. That's my goal. And so we talk about basically that entails following scripts and following systems, checklists. And as long as you stick to the checklists and stick to the scripts, then that's my guarantee that you're going to conduct yourself professionally.
Right.
But there's a lot of other touches like, these matching outfits. See, this is the name of our company and we have matching blue shirts. And so it looks good at the open house. It's easy to recognize us, as the people leading the open house. The whole team has these shirts. So if you have a couple of people and you're starting to do these open houses, having matching shirts like this is a good idea, especially if you have a nice logo. Now, this whole Leads to Deeds event is taking place on February 27th through March 1st. It's coming right up in like 3 weeks. And we're going to not just, the main thing, what's in the title, Leads to Deeds. And so we're having you bring in leads and we're going to coach you up on how to do that. And then you're going to bring in these leads and we're going to go up on stage and call them for you and close deals for you. And we're going to go over the paperwork and show you how to fill it out. So if we get an appointment for you, that's the goal. I'd love for you to come and bring a few leads and go home with 1 or 2 or 3 appointments to go buy houses. And we're going to do all the negotiating. We're going to talk to them. We're going to be your partner.
We're the experts.
We don't share any of the profits, and yet we're going to be your partner and negotiate this deal for you. So when you go out there, that it's just waiting for you to go and get it closed. So that's a big thing. We want everybody to leave with deals, if at all possible. And if you don't bring leads, we even show you what we call our Zillow lead hunt, which is a way to go through your Zillow in your area and find leads to call them and get them right to a closing call right on the first call.
So that means if you want to come, you don't even have to bring in leads. We're going to show you how to get the leads when you're there.
Yep.
Right. Oh, wow. Yes. That is cool.
So that'll be plenty of calling. And then we have a whole day where we actually take you out on a pretty house bus trip. We'll actually take you to this house. This house is going to look a lot prettier than it does now. And this will be our open house. So the first thing, we'll come here and we'll all set up that display like you saw. Now we have these big swooper flags and streamers and all this stuff. You guys are going to help us put that up in front of the house. And then you're going to help us. And then we're going to go and look at some of our other open houses and then come back here later in the afternoon to see the actual open house taking place.
Yeah, that's the real deal. This is not classroom, Chris. I mean, this is like, you're going to see us negotiating with these buyers that all want the house and who's going to give us the big down payment to be the winner of the house. So it's really cool the way you're not classroom. This is real life, real deal. They're going to see us sell this house.
And this is the house. See, this is the like the wellness room. The dining room and stuff is out there. This is the kitchen. Hi.
Here, I was going to show one more picture here.
What type of, and so in Arizona where you are, what is tell me the scope. Well, I forgot. Give me the framework of this unit here and what type of down payment you are possibly looking to get.
We're going to take you guys for a tour. So we're going to look around a little bit here and I'm going to show you some stuff in the house. Wow. So this is interesting because we this house here, guys, is kind of messy right now. As I said, we're in the middle of a renovation and we've just put the granite countertops in. So you can see it has granite countertops. There's a lot of paint around, paint buckets. It's going to get painted. So that's still getting worked out. And this is the kitchen area. It's a pretty decent kitchen. Now this house here, the Zestimate on it right now is 309. So it's a nice house. It's 2,000 square feet. Okay. There's some
Four
other
bedroom.
stuff, 4-bedroom, and there's an upstairs to it. Obviously we're putting in new flooring. So this is just the pad. Now I'll tell you guys, you spend money on the pad. Don't go cheap on the pad. A lot of times it's more important to spend the money on the pad. You think it's the carpet, but the pad is what makes the carpet feel expensive.
Yeah.
So don't scrimp out on the pad too much. Now we just had this new grass put in the back.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, my
gorgeous.
Lord.
So this is
That
brand
costs
new.
more than the daggone. How much does that cost, Brian? Just a ballpark number.
You know what?
Actually, we have a landscaper that we've been using. His
Yeah.
name's Fabian.
So it's nice
We've
new
actually
sod.
we've been using him. He did all this sod for like $900.
Yeah. So that's
Okay,
pretty
sod
good.
must be cheaper out there then, because it's like $6 a.
And he actually he put it in for us. It just went in. Actually, this was a dirt backyard.
Oh my
Terrible.
Lord.
It had weeds like up high, and
Yeah, but it's
so
nice now.
people
And
love big backyards here
Mhm.
to considered a more spacious backyard.
right.
Okay.
He did a
Can we
great
see the
job
house?
with the sod.
Yeah, we're gonna walk through the 4-bedroom now.
Here's the
I'm
back.
talking
of
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
let's see the
see-
back.
Yeah,
Stucco.
Yeah,
Oh,
almost
yeah.
all the houses out here are basically stucco. And
Yeah, we
so you see like the neighbors over there, you can see the roofs. They're all tile roofs. And this
So
is a
when they
pretty
come
old
to-
house. It's a 2-story.
What's that, Chris?
when they come to your event, because Roundup, the reason we're going live today is we wanted to share with you. I have been twisting the Wolff's arms, speaking with their team, begging them, beating them down, trying to get a discount on their 4-day. Is it 4-day event? 3-day or
Yes,
4-day?
4 days.
4 days of intense pretty house training. Guys, those are the nothing down, no credit deals that you hear about where the seller is doing a carryback or helping you with financing. So a lot of times you don't come up with any money. And now we do a little bit of patchwork on this house.
Can I talk about the 4 days?
But I'll
really
tell you what, a
fast?
lot of the
These
pretty
guys-
houses you buy, no work needed. So yeah.
No work needed.
Chris, this 4-day event, not only do we call sellers for you and come to a meeting of the minds and help you with the contract, you go out and get the house under contract from the seller, like Brian said, little or no money down.
Mhm.
But also, we're going to do a 1-hour open house. They're going to come to this house,
that's
exact
right.
house.
During the event.
Yeah, during the event.
While
We-
the buyers are
We
here.
put them on a bus
Yeah.
during the event and take them out to this actual 1-hour open house from Saturday from 2 to 3. And
Yeah.
that'll be, once again, it's February 27, 28, 29, March 1st.
Yeah.
Okay. So the
That
1
link
hour.
is in that link. We put they finally gave me, their IT guy finally gave me that link in Roundup. If you go to the video description, it'll give you all the details. And they're going to give us a coupon code and that link too with the actual description. Go ahead, Lynette.
Awesome. Okay, so we put you on a bus and we're going to take you out and show you how we buy pretty houses, because most people know you get an ugly house, you rehab it, you fix it up. They have these ugly house bus tours. We're the only ones doing a pretty house bus tour, which is we put everybody on this bus and we take them out and show them how we buy pretty houses. And we have some really cool cutting edge techniques. I'm not going to tell you everything, but how we can get pretty houses even on the multiple listing service, the MLS. So I'm not going to say any more. But
You guys want to
also,
see the rest of the
well,
house?
wait, one more thing about
Here,
the
let me
1
just
hour open
move
house.
inside there.
I was so excited. We're going to actually take you to our office. Okay. And we have an office over in Mesa and McAllips and Rucker. We're going to show you how we automate, how we systemize, how we stay organized. You're going to meet our office manager. You're going to meet our acquisitionist. An acquisitionist is somebody who does the whole business for you.
Guys,
And-
we haven't even said the best thing yet. You're going to see our office and all that, but you get to go to our own personal house.
Mm.
Yeah, we're going to let you come to our custom home, big, beautiful home that we own. And we're going to actually take you through a training station simulation for your open houses. Because we realize that when you guys come out and see this 2 to 3 open house, we're busy. We're working customers. We can't really teach you how to do it on the spot and let you practice doing it. We're not going to let you practice with our live buyers. So we go back to our house and we have these training stations, 11 different training stations. We take you all around the house and you practice each station, even do role plays and everything. So you feel extremely confident. This game is all about confidence. And so if we can get you confident that you can pull this off, when you go home, you will pull it off. And so that's another big, huge part that we teach.
And we give you an open house manual on that last day too, when you're at our house, don't we?
Yes, we do. A really cool manual. Do you guys want to, so that's it. You bring leads, we call them, we close your deals, send you home with closed pretty house deals, teach you how to do the pretty house business if you're not that familiar with it. And then of course, we're going to take you out in the field and show you how the pretty house business works, show you our office, and even take you to our own house and feed you on our
Is
house.
it a 4-course meal or is it a hot dogs and hamburgers?
We haven't decided. That's late in the event. We'll see how much we like you at that point. No, we'll have a delicious meal for all you guys.
That's
So
right.
tell me, just give me a little bit of regarding what sets you guys apart from a lot of the trains that are out there. If you could just give us your unique sales, what makes you
It's the
guys?
real thing. It's the real thing. I mean, everybody else goes up on stage and they talk. And they teach you stuff, and they talk, and then they talk some more, and then they talk some more. Guys, we're doing deals right before your eyes. We're not talking to you. We're not teaching you. We're showing you. Would you rather have someone talk and tell you how to do it, or show you how to do it? And so you're gonna be right sitting next to us. Nobody does that. We're gonna bring you up on stage, and you're gonna call your own leads. Now we're not gonna, if you're shivering in abject terror, we're not gonna make you talk. But I want you to sit next to us and we'll be talking. And if you can even just do the introduction part and maybe build a little rapport, that's fine. That's going to get you that much more confident when you go home.
So if I'm you, I'm the student, and we're sitting on stage calling one of your sellers, okay, a house for sale. And I'm going to say, hi, Mr. Seller. My name's Lynette. I got my partner, Brian, here. We're interested in buying your house. Do you have a couple minutes to talk?
And I'll tell you, if you guys have watched our videos or know anything about us, we've been doing these live calls in front of hundreds of students for over 15 years, 16 years now it's been. Right. And so we go up on stage, and guys, I mean, we've been on stage in front of hundreds of people doing these calls, and sometimes little, smaller groups down to like 30 or 40 people. But we keep our leads to deeds very intimate, because we want to make sure we can call everybody's leads and treat them, get them deals. So we put a cap on this, so you got to get in now. It's only a couple of weeks before the event, so I think we're right down to our last couple of spaces.
Yeah, we are actually. I spoke to our office manager, Tracy, and she said you can bring one person and bring one person for free. So basically, we have 2 more open because we only have 4 spots.
We actually allow you to bring your spouse or significant other plus another person in your business, an acquisitionist or somebody else. You got to let us know that someone else is coming. This could be, I'm open. I like it. I think this is a great family business. So if you have your kids and you're trying to get them interested in this, I'm okay with you bringing your kids. I'd even let you bring 2 kids. Call us. I just want you to come. I want you to learn this. I want this to be a life-changing event for you and your family. And I want you to look back 10 years from now and say, that was the Wolffs changed my life because I took advantage of this opportunity.
Wow. And how about the newbies, somebody that has never done anything, Wolff? So tell me this, would this benefit them too?
Absolutely. And guys, that's what's so great about it is we take you from we're assuming you don't have any real knowledge of this business. Okay. I mean, the pretty house side. Now, a lot of you guys maybe have dabbled with the ugly house wholesales or rehabs and that. And that's, it's good to have that experience, but we're kind of assuming that you've never done a pretty house deal when you're walking in the door. Yeah. So don't think that, hey, I don't know as much as somebody else. And what's really involved in this? It's picking up the phone, calling a lead off Zillow and saying the right words. And we have the right words, guys. We used to work in Hollywood. I've written over 20 feature-length films and about a dozen TV episodes. I know how to put great dialogue together that sounds like real people talking. Natural. And then plus, I know I've been in the real estate business and I've been a negotiator and I've been in sales my whole life. And so I know just what to say and how to say it. And you'll see us saying it right on stage. And what you say determines what you make. Let's all say that.
What you say
determines what you
That
make.
is so true. It is. And I'll tell you, some people talk too much when it comes to closing the deal with the seller, and some people say the wrong words. So we're going to teach you all that.
Yeah, and we're going to do these deals and close them for you, but we're not just going to teach you how to fish. We're not just going to fish for you. We're going to teach you how to fish. So when you go home, you can snag a bunch of great deals.
Well, this is cool. You are giving my real estate roundup family $1,500 off for a pre-President's Day sale.
Never done that much of a discount before. But we have a soft spot in our heart for Chris. So I don't know. He won us over with his negotiating skills.
Well, I've been asking all week, so I mean, I appreciate it, y'all.
Yeah.
Roundup.
See you guys from the Roundup gang here at our event.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Make sure you take advantage. The link is below. Use the coupon codes. And now they brought back out the Pretty House Power Packet. Is that something you're going to honor until President's Day too, guys?
Yeah. Guys, listen, obviously we want you at the Leads to Deeds, Pretty House Boot Camp. But if you can't make it right now, and I know it's a little bit short notice for some of you guys if you have a lot of work, obligations or whatever. So if that's the case, we still want you to get started on the Pretty House Path with us, and you can come to a later event. But the way to get started on the Pretty House Path is with the Pretty House Power Pack. So we have designed a really great system, and it's got the basic scripts and the basic step-by-step checklist so that you can get started back home and get your own Pretty House business rolling. Okay, so it's called the Pretty House Power Pack, and that's normally a $500 product, and we're offering it for half price for $250. But what's even better than that is we're throwing in a half-hour Pretty House business consultation session. So this is going to be a planning session with you and us to help you get set up in your Pretty House business. And we'll help you in any way we can. And during that 30 minutes, make sure you're picking the right LLC name, make sure you're getting the right phone numbers, and look, your website is going to be good, making sure that you understand how to use the scripts, what scripts to use in what order. And so we'll take you through the whole thing so that you guys can really launch. So that's only $249.
Only through President's Day.
Yeah. That's our pre-President's sale. Pre-President's Day sale.
Our son Dashel, he's one of our acquisitionists. He works with us in the house buying business here. And he's actually turning 29 years old this Tuesday.
Wow.
He started with us when he was 16 years old. And he's our favorite. But his birthday, actually, he was born on President's Day in Beverly Hills.
Oh, man.
That's right.
Really? That is cool.
Yeah, so he's our President's baby.
Yeah.
Okay. So 4-day event Roundup, family. Just give me just a framework of where are you for my family that don't know exactly where you are.
We're in Arizona.
We're in Arizona.
And we actually are just outside of Scottsdale.
And we're walking through one of our houses.
Our farm area is Mesa, Gilbert, Chandler. Oh, hold on.
So this is one of our houses that obviously we're in the process of fixing up. But it's really a pretty house. Now, there's 4 things that you do on a pretty house polish that you don't, a rehab is more extensive than this. A pretty house polish consists of flooring, interior paint, which is already done.
Yep.
The flooring is obviously in progress.
Yep.
Interior paint. And then number 3 is granite countertops, which you saw in the video. And number 4 is landscaping.
Which you saw
in the backyard. So
write
we're already,
that down. This is the 4 pretty house
polish items. Yes.
So when you get a pretty house, there's 4 pretty house polish items. Number 1,
flooring.
like Brian said, flooring.
Yeah.
Number 2
we'll take you upstairs.
Is the paint. Number 3 is countertops, granite countertops, and number 4 is landscaping. So did you guys get those 4? If you're taking notes.
Yep. So obviously they don't even have the pad in. There's the big old pad. So they haven't got that in yet.
So this one didn't, for me, it didn't look like it needed that much work. The ones we do need everything. So this was.
Yeah. So it's definitely a pretty house. And what we did on the paint.
At the back.
What we did on the paint, Chris, we do the 2-tone paint here. I don't know if you can notice that. But we put 2-tone paint, so it's not the white tornado. That's big for us here in Arizona.
Yeah.
Thanks,
so you want to tell us now? Did you guys? Is this a D one subject to or owner financing?
We've had this one for a really long time, guys. And this is one. Now, sometimes you'll buy new houses.
Be honest with them. Be honest with them. Tell them.
And you'll learn, and you'll do it through owner financing, subject to, or sandwich lease purchase are the 3 main ways. And then sometimes you'll own them a long time, and many different tenant buyers will go in and out of that house. And
you gotta tell them.
And they'll leave behind a non-refundable option deposit. And
even though we do everything in our power to help them, it's just life.
Are you telling me that these people give you a bunch of money, live in the house for a certain amount of time, move out and forfeit the big chunk of money that they gave.
Yes, that's
Exactly.
right.
That's
Now,
exactly
you
right.
have to be really clear with them up front that this is a non-refundable option deposit.
And we-
But at the same time, you tell them this is your down payment. So every penny of this goes towards the purchase price when you buy. And obviously their intention is to buy, but you know, not all intentions are fulfilled.
And we sign with a real estate attorney too. Like, actually,
Yeah.
not the buyer in this house, actually, not this buyer, the lease purchase buyer before this house ended up getting relocated.
Mm.
And, you know, it's just life. They got relocated to Texas and,
Happens.
So
How many times have you sold this house? I mean, for me, I know the most I've sold one house is 3 times in a year. I want to know.
oh
What
my
is,
goodness.
3 times in a year.
I do
this-
ugly ones though.
Yeah, this is over many, you know, over many years because we've actually had this house for about 16 years now,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
I can't even count. I don't know.
or
how
even
many
longer than
people.
that. That's right.
So
Yeah,
you want
it's-
So yeah,
This is built in 1995.
I think the normal tenant, guys, if you can get maybe 3 years out of your normal tenant, that's pretty good. But again, this is a different kind of tenant. It's a lease purchase tenant buyer. So usually they have more skin in the game and their intention is to move in. So a lot of times what will happen is you'll put a lease purchase tenant in a property and not hear from them for a long time.
Mhm.
That's what we call the set it and forget
Set
it
it and
strategy.
forget it. That's right.
So we just like to put it under, you know, put them in there and then see what happens. But we usually do not push them through the process or try to get them, you know, we don't pay for their
Babysit
credit
'em.
repair or babysit them. Yeah.
Okay, we talked
You
about.
can babysit them and that is a strategy, but our strategy is more set it and forget it. And because
Like
the longer you
ground.
hold on to it, the more you make.
Yeah.
We did a pretty house deal last year and we cashed out of it after holding it for a while and we got a check of $278,000 just from one pretty house deal. You don't see that on a rehab, but now we had that house for a long time and over all that time we were making positive cash flow. So that's the beauty of the pretty houses. And we show you how to do that at Leads to Deeds and we get you started with all that with the Pretty House Power Pack. So that's what we'd like to do is get you guys going.
Yes, that link is in the video description. Round Up family, your boy is. I'm an advocate for you. I'm an advocate for you, negotiating a discount for you. Round Up. So go to that link below. Get
That
signed
is
up.
the biggest discount we've ever
It really,
given for this
truly, we've
event.
never,
So
ever given this
guys,
discount before.
take
Oh,
advantage.
wow. Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
a life-changing opportunity. If you come out and see us here in beautiful Arizona, and if you're stuck in a cold state, hey, this is the perfect time to get out here into the warm, beautiful Arizona.
That's
Nice.
right.
Last question before I let you go is 30 minutes. Are you guys worried or nervous about losing an asset to a tenant buyer that's going to qualify at the end of the term?
That's a good question. And guys, sometimes you will. I mean, but look at how long we've had this house. We've had this, I think, you know, well over a decade. And so a lot of times, you know, you don't want to have someone cash you out. But the benefit of putting someone on a lease option, giving them the option, is then they are responsible for the repairs. So if they're responsible for the repairs over all those years, it saves you so much headache and so much backache and so much money that it's worth it on the slim chance that they'll cash you out. And guys, if they cash you out, here's what you do. You do a 1031 exchange. And guess what? You're not going to be so happy or you're not going to be so sad when they cash you out because you're going to take whatever profits you make from that and roll it into 3 houses. And so you can actually triple your asset base and triple your income
Gotcha.
by rolling. Now, I'm not going to get into all that because it's
Would be
but
great.
just remember, when you sell a pretty house, don't be sad. Use a 1031 exchange. You won't pay taxes and you can buy 3 houses instead of just 1.
So you're not worried about that. That doesn't worry you. I mean, I hear
No,
people saying a lot of times, "I don't want to lose my house. I don't want to lose
No,
my house."
more power to them, guys. If they actually go through the process and manage to,
It actually is a great feeling when we do get cashed out. I mean, we're helping a family who couldn't otherwise qualify, and they were able to live in the house and do what it takes to have the American dream. So to us, not only is it gratifying, but like Brian said, we don't pay the taxes with the 1031 exchange.
Gotcha.
And we, you know, it's a blessing. We can be a blessing to others, and that's what we really love.
right. But during all those years, guys, that's what we call a golden goose. So
And
all
I will
those
say
little-
one other thing, Chris.
Amen.
If it's your only house, I think you're going to be more worried. But if you own a whole bunch of houses,
Yeah,
some of them
yeah.
cash out, some don't.
That's true. And if you're in the buy and hold strategy and you have, 3 buy and hold houses and that's what you're going to retire on is those houses, I could see you might be a little concerned. That's when
Go
we
get
want,
more houses.
yeah, get your volume up, buy 10
Mhm.
houses a year. That's what you should shoot for, is 10 pretty house deals a year. And that would
Nice.
create great wealth.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I had. Wolf couple, thank you
That's
so
great.
much.
Well, our
Ricky,
pleasure to
hello.
be on with you, Chris. We love you and we think you're awesome and we love your gang.
Wow.
And
Thank
we will definitely be back with you, Chris. We got a lot of things we want to share with you.
Yes.
All right, sounds good. Roundup gets signed up February, what is it, 28th? Is that when the
27
February
through-
27, 28,
27.
29, March 1st. And
Yeah.
this is a game changer. So
Yeah.
do whatever it takes
Remember,
to get to this event.
It's leap day this year. So the 29th is going to be a special day. We're going to be in this house doing our 1 hour open house in this house on the 29th.
That's right.
So it's going to be so exciting and we want you here.
Thank you. All right, that's it. That's all I got for you, Roundup family. Hang out with the Wolves. We'll see you soon.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Ooh.
Oh.